If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have a go inside the description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers, and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Mayne. Moving on to today's video. Yes, in a democratic society, once a police officer is killed, you know that every politician would run towards the camera and the mic to condemn the cop killer. In Jamaica, that don't happen. If you are a member of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, because you have to understand that these people, the police officers in Jamaica, are their enemies and their constituents are the killer, the cop killer. So now you're looking at the man to the left, that white man, British born, have no connection to Jamaica apart from his wife, that him hold and take it. In Jamaican legal terminology and jargon, would label him as a rapist, because if you get your wife pregnant and she's under 16 by law in Jamaica, that is rape. But because of the age of the child, that is considered carnal abuse, which is the same as rape. Back in the days, people would get even life imprisonment for that. That was when Edward Seaga was Prime Minister. Fast forward, PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization under the Black Thief, the Black Thief, and Michael Manley, the Black Thief, we're talking about PJ Patterson and the others. They have reduced it and make, carnal abuse, which is rape, like assault will be. They get months of doing that. So they can rape and go to prison and even pay fines. So you'd expect that someone who claims that he loves Jamaica, although he's not a Jamaican, Mark Gummy Beer Golden, that he will be supporting our police, but no. So I was talking to a young police officer and I had to share the story. Based on one and two little things, I will not play his voice. I'll do, for a reason, this was a private and intimate information. And I'll just read to you what, he has said to me. So he said, I was raised PMP, but now I stand with justice. A young police officer's awakening. So this is what he said. He said, recently, supporter, I had a conversation that shook me to my core. Not because it was filled with hunger or rage, but because it was filled with truth and conviction and transformation. I was speaking to a young police officer, barely 5 years in the force, a man whose backgrounds mirrors my own. born and bred from tough streets, moved from the last place that he had lived before he joined the police force was in Portmore. I don't want to call the, where he lives in Portmore. I used to live in Waterford. We still have a house in Waterford. As I said before, and I say again, I'm not afraid of any guy. Period. I don't count. Right through my life, I've always been on the front line, willing to give my life for the better good. I came to this country, joined the military, served during 2 wars. I'm not going to talk what happened to me, but yes, at one point in time when I was injured during Operation Iraqi Freedom, I was even talking to my police. Yeah, they said that I was in hospital and in wheelchair and all kind of thing. Well, I know that I had spoken with one policeman. Yeah, when I was in hospital and told him about, he was asking me about my injuries back then. Yes, and, I was injured. And, but as I said before and I say again, I can run, I can walk, I can do everything that I used to do before. Yeah, so hardened by the realities of Jamaica, I know wearing the uniform with pride and purpose. He said that he always wanted to be a police officer. He's not one of those police officers who are thieves. He doesn't like thieving police officers. And that's one of the main reasons why he tuned into the Jamaica Young Police channel and encourage even other young police officers to listen to my commentary. Because he says that for someone who was born and raised in the belly of the beast, Jonestown, Concrete Jungle, and he able to be telling things that happen without fear or affection and, as if I are just from a different cloth. Because most people, even although he's from the same background, PMP, LGBTQ plus, criminal organization communities, he don't think that he would even do that if he was me. That's what he said. He said he don't know what would happen to him later on. But I said to each his own. I was always an outspoken person, a person who believed in justice. But it was what he said that stopped me cold. He said to me, "Sir Porter, I listen to you religiously, not because I agree with everything, but because you come from where I fear to tread. Concrete Jungle, Jonestown, Kingston 12. Places I go on special duty and beg God to protect me because of the stories I grew up hearing. And yet, you came from it and you didn't let it define you. You rose from it. That gives me hope. But then came the moment that silenced me." This is what he says. "I was raised a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supporter. I'm the one that had in the LGBTQ, because I didn't say that. He says PMP criminal organization, so I laugh when he said that. Yes, to the core, he confessed. He said because my parents are PMP criminal organization supporters through and through, but on April 29th, when Jamaicans for Justice staged that anti-police protest, marching in defense of gunmen, murderers, accusing us of extrajudicial killing. And before then, the same Jamaican for Justice and Peter Bunting made public statement that Indicom should arrest and charge police officers with murders without evidence. And the only ones that have been attacking us are the PMP. The GLPs that are attacking us, they are supporting us as police officers. And the PMP, LGBTQ plus criminal organization hierarchy stood silently, offering no support for us in uniform. That was the day I confronted my parents. I told them, how can I wear this badge, this uniform, and protect Jamaica when the very party we support sides with the murderers trying to kill me? He said his parents couldn't answer. So he asked them, which side are you on? He said to me, That was the day I broke with the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization forever. I told my family, if you cannot denounce these people who protect killers, then I will denounce you too. I am your son, and if you love me, you will stand for justice, not with the criminals of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, not for tribal politics. And what he told me next moved me in ways I cannot describe. So, reporter, he said, I used to believe strongly that you are a Labourite, because I am a PMP at heart. But my brain and my mind keep expanding because I listen to you. But you are not. Because I have listened to videos that you have done critical about the Prime Minister before. And you're riveting and hands-on. You didn't hold in the bars at all. I didn't know that these videos exist until I was going through the playlist on the channel. And I listen and I listen and I listen. I have been listening to the channel religiously, even when I am on my way home. Even when I'm at home, sometimes even on my TV. And I listen. And what I get from you, you are not a Labourite. You're a Jamaican. You're a patriot. What you did with the former FBI agent, what they were doing to Jamaica in America, you are the only blogger, apart from Mr. Vegas, that did a little thing that show spine and fortitude for Jamaica. Jamaica need more voices like yours. Over the weekend, I play your videos for my family. My entire family. And when my father listened to one, how we watch them on the TV. Yes, big screen TV. We are telling Mr. Porter, my father love you. Where you spoke about your friend, a policeman who you call your brother, Constable Errol Thompson, who was stationed at Unsbury with you, and hours before he was killed, you tried to save his life. And the detective sergeant did not allow you to take him on when he was killed in the line of duty. I saw something I hadn't seen in years. My father cried. Real tears. Yes, Mr. Porter, real tears. My father cried. Because your words carried pain, honor, and truth. And for the first time, he understand what it means to be on the right side of history. That officer, Constable Errol Thompson, young, brave, and once political loyal, woke up. He chose justice over tribalism, truth over tradition, and honor over hypocrisy. He saw through the lies. He saw that a political party that protects criminals while police officers are buried in silence is not a party of the people, but a danger to the people. This is what transformation looks like. And to every young man or woman wearing the uniform or thinking for themselves for the first time, don't be loyal to lies. Don't be shackled by history. Be loyal to truth. Be loyal to justice. Be loyal to Jamaica. Because like that young police officer told his family, if you stand with criminals, I will not stand with you. Even blood can justify betrayal of country. So, I, Chris Porter, born and raised in the belly of the beast, I stand with law, order, and the truth. No apology, no compromise. For those of you who truly knows me, you know exactly where I stand. I am a man who believes in law, order, discipline, and justice. I support the police 100%. I have. I always will. And one thing about me that has never changed, and and never will change is I hate criminals with a passion. I don't care if the person is my family or not. When I say I hate criminals, I hate them. I do believe in redemption. Not because of what they do, but because of what they represent. A threat to the very fabric of a decent society. A cancer in our communities and an enemy to the innocent. In today's Jamaica, where right and wrong are being blurred by political deception and media manipulation, it is critical that we draw a line in the sand. What the Jamaica young police officer shared with me recently was powerful. His story echoed what many former and current members of the force and even civilians have been quietly saying for years, but now they are beginning to say it out loud. He spoke of betrayal, not just from criminals, but from those in leadership positions who are supposed to represent and defend this nation, Jamaica. Now, what is shocking, but not surprising, is the dead silence from none other than Mark Big Belly Gummy Bear Golden, the leader of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. This man, who wants to run the country, has refused to condemn the barbaric murder of Corporal Kamal Mayne, a police officer who was ambushed and assassinated in his own yard, in his own home, by known criminals. Let that sink in. And this man wants to lead our country. And he's not even Jamaican. He is from England. A member of the security force is murdered. And the man who wants to be Prime Minister can't even find the decency to say a word of condemnation. Where's the outrage, Mark Big Belly Gummy Bear Golden? Where's the leadership? Where's your soul? Where's your conscience? Well, we at the Jamaica Young Police and I don't expect that from you because you are a European. White people and all Europeans have no conscience. Not all, because my grandmother is white. My father is half white. So I can't say that. I'm not saying all. But then again, we shouldn't be surprised. Let's not forget that on April 29th, 2025, it was the same Mark Gummy Bear Golden, hand in hand with the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization's mouthpieces, standing shoulder to shoulder with the anti-police crowd, trying to paint our officers as villains defending criminals while condemning our brave men and women in uniform. These protesters were paid by Jamaicans for Justice, or Jamaicans for Justice, by the big, broad, pun-pan-face woman, Michael Jackson. Yes. And right beside him was Jamaican for Justice, own Michael Jackson, that loud-mouthed, broad-faced, attention-seeking, unattractive distraction who has made it her mission to undermine the morale of our security forces. At the time, for the first time in decades, the police are showing renewed energy and courage to take on gunmen and gangs. These people are trying to cripple their momentum, to demotivate them and clear the path for the jackals to run free again. It's deliberate, it is disgraceful, and it is dangerous. Mark Big Belly Gummy Bear Golden, the white man from England, the European man, who has no connection to Jamaica apart from holding down his wife Sandra and take it from her, has been silent. When he refused to speak up for a slain police officer, it is because behind closed doors, the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is celebrating the death, the murder of Corporal Kamal Mayne. Because in their warped mind, every dead cop is one less obstacle in their plan to destabilize Jamaica, to flood it with corruption and keep the ghettos under the thumb of fear and firearms. This is why we cannot and must not and will not allow these people to take control of government ever again until they denounce criminality. They are not just unfit to lead, they are unworthy of our trust, unworthy of our vote, and unworthy of the title Jamaican. Just look at the individual they are now recruiting to represent the future leaders of this country. Angela Brown Burke, daughter of one of Jamaica's former most wanted men, Anthony Brown, and yet she sits in Parliament as a lawmaker. This is a criminal daughter passing laws in Jamaica. Then you have twice convicted coke dealer Isaac Buchanan. He has been on the channel, spent over 3 hours with him. We address various topics, from the lies and the smear campaign that they have done against me to other things. Where the only thing that the man knows to do is to lie repeatedly. He's very good at lying. Then you have Danishka Williams, the daughter of the man who is responsible for killing a judge, Derek Hugh Danhai Williams. Then you have Imani Duncan and Patricia Duncan Sutherland. All of them daughters of known agitator and subversive D.K. Duncan, a man who personally harmed criminal gangs, including giving my own cousins rifles and handguns during the height of political violence in Jamaica. How can anyone with a conscience vote for these devils in suits and skirts? These are not patriots. These are parasites feeding on the blood of the innocent while pretending to care about justice. They do not care about Jamaica. They care about power. And they are willing to align themselves with murderers, rapists, and terrorists to get it. Let us be clear and unapologetic. A party that celebrates criminality and silence sees justice has no place in the governance of this country. And to the youth of Jamaica, especially those in uniform, take a stand. Open your eyes. Do not follow your appearance, political loyalties blindly. Stand for truth. Stand for justice. Stand for the future. Because if you choose silence now, your children will grow up in a country ruled by killers, murderers. As what? Yeah, so, this is the channel that we have been telling you about. United we win, divided we lose. A call to action for all decent, ethical, and truth-seeking people. Brothers and sisters, let's speak some truth. Division has always been the weapon of the wicked. The ultimate tragedy used by corrupt governments, dishonest leaders, and power-hungry manipulators. They divide to conquer. They pit communities against each other. They turn neighbors against neighbor, tribe against tribe, race against race. Because they know the terrifying power we hold when we are united under truth, justice, and purpose. That's why united we win, divided we lose. It's not just a slogan, it's a movement, a philosophy, a rallying cry for every decent, ethical, and truth-loving soul on this planet. We are all calling on you to be a part of something greater. This is not just another YouTube channel. This is an international platform that transcends borders, cultures, and languages. It reaches across ocean and finds its way into the hearts, homes, and minds of people like you. People who refuse to be manipulated. People who are hungry for truth. And people who stand for what is right, even when it's not popular. We believe in what is right, not who is right. That's what it's all about. So we expose what others are afraid to even whisper. So this channel reach across oceans and find its way into the hearts and minds of people like you, people who refuse to be manipulated. So we expose what others are afraid, because they themselves are afraid. We uplift voices that have been silenced. We connect the dots, several, reveal the agendas and show the patterns behind the lies that the mainstream buries. We cannot do it alone. Your subscription is more than just a click. It's a declaration that you are no longer asleep, that you refuse to be divided, that you see the power and unity, that you are choosing truth over propaganda, ethics over corruption, courage over silence. So I am personally inviting you, subscribe to United We Win, Divided We Lose channel, a home for truth seekers, the whistleblowers, the freedom fighters, and those who still believes in values and virtues and in victory through unity. Because remember, evil thrives when good people are silent and divided. But when we unite, we win, always. So join the movement, click, subscribe and select all and let your voice be counted among the courageous. Happened in the 1990s. Silence is complicity. The PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has spoken loud and clear. Let's make this crystal clear for every Jamaican listening. The refusal of Mark, Big Belly Gummy Bear, Golden, and the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization to condemn the cold-blooded murder of Corporal Mayne speaks louder than any words they could have offered. Their silence is not just deafening, it's damning. When a serving member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force is ambushed and executed by criminals, elements, and the leader of the parliamentary opposition, the man who aspired to become Prime Minister, a man who has no Jamaican connection, no Jamaican roots, a man who was born in England and was able to work himself in a political party that is a criminal organization, cannot even offer a basic word of sympathy, a sentence of outrage, or a public stance for law and order. Then he has shown his true allegiance. And it's not with the people of Jamaica, it is with the criminals. This is not an oversight. This is not forgetfulness. This is intentional, strategic, calculated. By refusing to speak out, Mark Gummy Bear Golden and his PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization Click have made it abundantly clear where they stand. And it is not beside the widow, children, or colleagues of fallen police officer. It is not beside the shopkeeper who wants peace in his community. It is not beside the mother whose son is trying to escape gang culture. No, they are standing shoulder to shoulder with the gunmen like Killer Danville Palmer, who Mark Golden marched with and defense, with Dons, with the terrorists who call themselves freedom fighters, while they murder men of law in cold blood. And if you, in this moment of national crisis, still support the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, if you wear their colors, parrot their propaganda, or make excuses for their silence, then you are no longer a law-abiding citizen. You are no longer neutral. You are no longer just political. You are an enemy of the Jamaican people. You are siding with a party that protects criminals, celebrates lawlessness, undermines national security, and tear down the very men and women who put their lives on the line to keep Jamaica from descending into total anarchy. This is not a time for tribal politics. This is a time for truth, and the truth is this. You cannot stand with the police and with the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. It is one or the other. You cannot mourn the death of Corporal Mayne on Saturday and cheer for Mark Golden's Gummy Bear rallies on Monday. That is double-mindedness, and it is dangerous. To support the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization right now is to support the structure that enables, empowers, and celebrates those who spill the blood of our defenders. So choose your side. Choose your allegiance, because Jamaica is watching, and history will remember. You are either with justice or with the jackals. You cannot be with both. So we, at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we are with the law and order, men and women of the police force. And we continue to say, That once you kill a police officer, you have given them every right to life, liberty, and happiness. Yeah, so the silence of Mark Gumabir Golding and the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is not a mistake. It is a message. Let me repeat myself. This is not a mistake. It's a message. Let's not fool ourselves. The refusal of Mark Gumabir Golding and the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization to publicly condemn the cold-blooded barbaric execution of Corporal Kamal Mayne is not a case of political oversight, nor is it just poor judgment. No, it is deliberate, it is calculated, it is spiteful. Their silence is a signal to the criminals, a signal to the gangs, a signal to lawless underworld they quietly depend on. That signal is simple. We are still on your side. By refusing to speak out, they are showing us exactly who they are. Enablers of criminalities, defenders of disorder, recruiters of criminals. We see them in their party. Angela Brownberg, Imani Duncan, Patricia, Duncan Sutherland, Buju Banton, Vibes Cartel, Courtney, Stamatera, Samuels, Vibes Cartel, Isaac Buchanan, and I can go on and on. They parade all these criminals on stage. So don't be fooled, all of you police officers who go, oh, me a pan PMP. Continue to do that. Because don't think that they have any use for you. All they have use for is the criminals, criminal police. These politicians would rather stand with gunmen than with the brave men and women who wear the uniform and risk their lives for this nation, for Jamaica. Mark Gumabir Golding's silence is not neutral. It's a political strategy. It is disrespect to every officer, every widow, every child who has lost a parent in the line of duty. It is a betrayal to the very foundation of law and order. And if you cannot condemn the murder of a police officer, you are not fit to lead a nation. Worse, you are not even Jamaican, you are British. We will not pretend anymore. We will not normalize this betrayal. Jamaica is at a crossroads. And let me be clear, we are not going to be like Haiti. We will not hand over our country to gangsters in suits and criminals with microphones. We will not let political leaders cozy up to killers while they smile for the cameras and sell lies to the people. We will not sit quietly while cop killers are glorified and our security forces are demoralized. No, this is our country, not theirs. And if we want to preserve what's left of this beautiful island, we must stand up now. We must reject political cowards who bow to criminals. We must push back against any party that seeks power through blood, fear, and silence. Mark Gumabir Golding's refusal to speak is not just an insult, it's a revelation. A revelation that the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has no intention of building Jamaica. They want to control it through crime, confusion, and corruption. Well, not on our watch. This is Jamaica, not Haiti, and we are not going down that part. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica, Young Police Channel out.